Okay, everybody. Hello, hello. Still here for the Daily Market Pulse. This is for Wednesday, April 30th, last day of the month, but also Fed Day, and stocks were higher, low volume, and not really such a great reaction overall. Nothing major anyway, relative to the Fed minutes. So that's that. Of course, I think there's going to be more reaction so on going on because of the end of the month, more so than anything else. Let's go to the Dow real quick here. And that's yesterday's. Let's bring it up. There it is. So right back to resistance right now. 3 consecutive days up. Let's see if they can go through. Size of the real bodies are getting smaller. Usually means it could be getting fatigued, so they could go sideways and then break out, or they could just absolutely just sell off. I'll show you the treasuries here in a moment and the kind of the relative strength that's going on there right now. There's at least the inclination or insinuation that the treasuries could go higher. It means markets could go lower from here. We'll find out. S&P 500, same thing, right out of pivot area right now, 1883. Markets are closed, of course, here, 1883, not quite 1885, but the same thing as the Dow. Struggling to see if we can get through. Let's go over the Nasdaq. Nasdaq doesn't look like this at all. It's outside of its blue channel and fighting to get back in. So there's your green candle, decent bounce there as well, but still room above. It's still below a declining 20. Room to 4150. It needs to get over that into 4200 ideally to truly be bullish, I believe. So reasonable reaction, but not enough. TSX higher. So commodities somewhere are going higher, so that's not a bad move. So it's very quiet and it's been kind of grinding higher since tagging the 50-day moving average. So there's room to 14.9 and maybe even 15,000. Still have 350 points away. So we'll see. US dollar, Canadian dollar. Slight pause here today after this little bit of a flush yesterday. Room to lower, of course, still. Euro bouncing after this red candle yesterday, but again, talking about the possible support here that could hold across 138. It sure did, and room to 139.50 at this point. Treasuries, as I mentioned, let's take a look at that because Treasuries looking kind of strong, looking like they were bouncing off the 20, going higher. It's still red for the day, but I like to bounce off the 20 and then room, of course, to 135 and possibly higher still. And Japanese yen, it gap lower again as well. Decent little bounce, but at least holding near the moving averages, so it could hold. Still looking for something to happen here. Let's move on to gold and then eventually silver. Gold is just kind of steady at the moving averages, nothing major as well. Now this is another one of those indexes that gap lower in the open. Then we look at silver, and silver. Let's see, that's today. So it flushes into the support area of near 19 to 1920 for that matter. So holds for now, and watch carefully tomorrow, Thursday, see what it does. And if we move over to crude, so it flushes a little deeper below the 200-day moving average at this point. So there was a morning star forming as of yesterday, and then that's been completely knocked out and negated. So into a small pivot area here at 99 to 98, 99 to 100, more closer to 99 actually, based on the low earlier. Room to 99 overall, and then down into the 97, 98 area for the next target below if it continues that direction. We've not looked at natural gas in a little while, so let's just take a peek at it at least. So now it's coming and forming a cup-like formation, rounded bottom. Looks good to keep going higher into the window at 520 to 540. Copper has not been looked at either in some time, and so probably warrants at least a peek. And you can see that it's flushed. It came into resistance, flushed a little bit further, now breaking above and through the 50 as well. So there's probably room now into 320, 325 here on copper. Now, if we look at the IWM, the ETF proxy for Russell 2000s, it may in fact be finding support here. Of course, it looks like support here at the 200 and the lower trend line, channel line, bullish engulfing. So decent confirmation, it appears. Candle formations as well as trend line, channel lines, and moving averages. So looking for a continuation in small caps to go maybe back toward 114. Yep, I'm going to go straight to the VIX from here. And the VIX really very subdued, not dropping below 13, but still holding ground fairly well. So there's the slight drop. It gapped up, open higher on the open, and faded, making a new low for the last week, and then a lower close, of course, as well. But it's not doing much. Not selling off to make the market super bullish. Anything below 13, it's 11s or 12s, means the markets are very bullish. In this area, it just means the markets are at least minimally, mildly bullish to moderately bullish. So far, so good with the VIX.